All right, let's dive into a really big idea today, liberty. We're going to be using Mortimer J. Adler's essay from the Great Books of the Western World as our guide.
It's a fantastic starting point because Adler really maps out the territory. He frames liberty as this ongoing debate, really.
Yeah, stretching from ancient Greece all the way through modern revolutions, thinking about phrases like liberty, equality, fraternity.
And how those tie into constitutions, philosophy.
Yeah,
It's all connected.
exactly. And just so you know, you are experiencing a unique two-host AI conversation powered by Google's Notebook LM, designed for a deeper, more dynamic analysis of the book.
Our goal here is to unpack how some of the greatest Western thinkers defined liberty, and importantly, how they defended it.
So where does Adler begin? It's not simple, is it?
No, definitely not. He makes it clear from the outset that liberty isn't monolithic. He actually breaks it down into, well, four main areas people are usually talking about, even if they don't realize it.
Okay, like what?
So you've got political freedom, basic civil rights, then the whole philosophical puzzle of free will, and this fundamental tension between what he calls natural liberty, just doing anything, and legal liberty, freedom within a society.
That framing is crucial. And Adler uses this method he calls a synthetic treatment. What does that actually mean here?
It means he's using the syntopicon, that amazing index of ideas across the great books, to show liberty doesn't exist in a vacuum.
Ah, so it's connected to other big concepts.
Precisely. You can't really grasp liberty without understanding its relationship with, say, law, justice, the state, even tyranny and slavery. They define each other in many ways.
Okay, take law, for instance. How does that connection work?
Well, early thinkers saw that natural liberty, the freedom to do absolutely anything, could easily become license, basically chaos and insecurity for everyone.
Right, freedom from everything means freedom for nothing stable.
Exactly. So real civil liberty, the kind we value in society, only really comes about when people willingly accept some constraints, which is where law comes in.
And that leads straight into the core conflict, doesn't it?
Yes, what Adler highlights as the central paradox, this constant push and pull between individual freedom and the needs or authority of the group, between natural rights and social order.
That tension really does feel like the engine driving so much Western thought and history. It requires ongoing thought.
Absolutely, constant balancing act.
And thinking about careful analysis, this is probably a good moment to mention. Remember to check out Mindful Moments. That's our YouTube channel offering AI book analysis, summaries, and critiques, really geared towards inspiring reflection and rational thought.
Good reminder, because navigating that paradox needs exactly that kind of thinking.
Now, Adler also points out something fascinating thinkers who shift the focus entirely. He brings up Epictetus, the Stoic.
Ah, yes. The quote is incredibly powerful. Liberty is lost unless we despise those things which put the yoke upon our necks.
What does that mean in practical terms? It sounds less political.
It's deeply psychological. Epictetus is basically saying the biggest chains aren't necessarily imposed by a government, they're internal.
Our own desires, attachments.
Exactly. Our craving for wealth, status, even comfort. He argues that true freedom, for a Stoic, is about mastering yourself, your reactions, your desires. It's an internal liberation, not just a political one.
That adds a whole different dimension. It's not just about laws and states.
Not at all. And that's why Adler's synthetic approach is so valuable. He calls this whole centuries-long debate the great conversation.
Right, the idea that this is the place at which Western minds meet to agree or disagree, but always to communicate about our common concern for freedom.
By seeing all these viewpoints side by side, political, philosophical, psychological, we get a richness, a context that looking at just one thinker or one era can't provide.
It makes the whole concept feel much more alive, more dynamic. We've covered Adler's structure for thinking about liberty, its complexity, its connections, that core paradox, and even the inner dimension. So perhaps the question to leave everyone mulling over is this. Given that the greatest minds have wrestled with this tension between individual liberty and collective needs for millennia, how well are we actually managing that same tension in our own very different, very fast-paced world today?
That's the critical question, isn't it?
There's definitely something to think about. Click the link on screen for the in-depth book summary, and please subscribe, share, maybe purchase via the link, and always think critically.
See the many genre-based book podcasts at Mindful Moments. Nourish your mind on the go.